When people come to me, they're experiencing a trauma that has not been addressed. They're missing something. And I have an opportunity to help them to get that something back. Think of myself sometimes as a portrait painter, only instead of painting someone's portrait, I'm painting their eye. And then when they insert it, it becomes a part of them. I've seen people's entire lives changed by this little piece of plastic. My name is Fred Harwin, and I'm an ocularist. I start with iris, sometimes we call it iris button. Let me measure the diameter. I'll compare it with the seeing eye to get a good base color, so I can then go ahead and work up in layers so I can get a realistic iris effect. Next, I shape the wax model. Wax is pretty easy to work with, and I can add to it and remove quite easily. Please. Okay. Look down, and then I see how that fits. But this is a hard wax, so it really simulates what the finished prosthesis is going to feel like and look like. Once I'm satisfied with the wax model, then I make that model into acrylic. You put it in this mold that you made from the wax, and then you put it into cure. After it's cured and it's cooled down, I separate the mold, and then I will grind that down and carve it down to get ready for painting. My first job out of college was at the University of Michigan, Wayne County General Hospital, and I was the medical illustrator there. What I love about medical illustration is the opportunity to tell a story, to teach in a sequence. One of the things I'm particularly proud of as a medical illustrator is having the opportunity to work in developing a 2-volume atlas on cardiac surgery. So I attended every surgery that was in the book, some of them several times. And I was interested in beginning a facial prosthetic clinic at the Oregon Health Sciences University. And then it happened to get down to eyes. Found out I really, really enjoy the process of making them. I spent approximately 8 hours with a person over 4 appointments. And I think that is also part of the healing process. And they see me working and caring about them because I do the work in front of them. The fact that I'm in no rush, I want to make this the best that I can. The challenge is how close, how real can I make this eye look? I could look at this as a business. I look at this as an artist. I look at this as a studio. I look at this as I'm creating a piece of art. Some of the blood vessels are so fine, it's difficult to paint them, so I use a fine cotton thread. And I lay these down on them and move them around, and I'm trying to get a pattern that's similar to the other eye. I always tell people not to party the night before I'm going to paint. So I'm going to put a little something to mark the top.
Okay.
I always put a little painting on the top of each prosthesis, and it's something that's personal for that person. Recently, I decided, I like to try painting. Oil paints are limitless. It's an amazing medium. And I don't plan anything. I just start going. I love trees. So I'm doing a combination of blood vessels and trees. And I'm really enjoying this. This is freedom to express myself. When I'm finished painting and I'm satisfied with the way everything looks, then clear acrylic is put over the top of that. Grind, pumice, and polish the prosthesis. And then the prosthesis is ready to insert and to put in place. Look down, please. Okay. What keeps me going is it's never perfect. So I'm always trying to make it better. It's a combination of art and science. Close your eyes tightly, squeeze down, open. In our society, we think of them as opposing.
Open real wide, please.
I don't see it that way at all. It's all part of the same.
Yep, 11 3/4.
Wow, that's awesome. It looks totally different. I have, the opportunity to work with an artist who's getting to paint something I'm going to carry around with me and show off to people, that every person I meet, right? Because every person I meet sees my eyes, and basically what they're seeing is Fred's art.
I feel if we have the opportunity, we can help others. And so my little way, I feel I'm doing my part. And I feel good about that time that I have.